Greetings, everyone. I find you well. I trust you are good, and I trust you are in your happy spirits. And welcome to this new podcast where we are talking about weight loss. I know out there could be somebody struggling with weight loss, and someone saying, "How best can I go about it?" or "How should I start?" and "Where should I start from?" My name is Dr. Benny. I am your host, and I shall be with you for close to 10, if not 12, podcast sessions where we are going to discuss. And weight loss is something that you need to do from yourself, it needs to come out from you. You don't need to be coerced by anyone, neither pushed by anybody. But what I know is what people say and how people comment in our lives is normally something that disturbs us. And when you carry so much weight and people are talking about it, you are going to be saying to yourself, I think I'm not within the parameters or I am outside the norm. But I'm here to tell you that everything has got a starting point. Everything can start, but let it start from you. Let it be that you are not pushed, neither pressured by anyone. You are not being asked by somebody to do it, but it's a personal decision. So, here is my story. At one time, that's about 4 years ago, I used to weigh 106, that's 106 kilograms. And I used to feel tired, I used to feel headaches, and I used to feel like as if I'm losing my breath after a little task. And then also, I would feel like I'm not doing enough. And I then say to myself, what would be the best way? So when I went to see my specialist physician, and he told me that, you know what, I think there's one thing that you're overlooking, but I know you have it on your mind, but you're thinking that it's not something that can take you out of this situation. And then I asked him, what is it? Then he says, you know what, I'm thinking of weight loss. Have you ever thought about it? And guess what? By him saying that, it hit me hard. Not in a bad way, but in a very good way. Why? Because I resonated to that statement. Because it was like 3 or 4 months where I was procrastinating and saying, how should I start weight loss? Where should I start from? So, by so doing, do you think I'm going to feel good? Am I going to be happy? And am I going to gain myself back? And am I going to destroy this fatigue? And you know what? It happened. I then say to myself, it's okay, let me start. So I was constantly tired and low on energy, and I was also feeling unmotivated. And also, I kept on postponing my health to say, I'll do it. But I told myself the same things. Many people will also be doing the same. And sometimes when you want to start, you're saying to yourself, I'm too busy. I can't do this. I want to help somebody out there. Your health is your wealth. Get this from me. Your health is indeed your wealth. And if you don't prioritize it, no one is going to. So, in other words, the first priority is your health. Be that person who prioritizes your health. Everything else that you are doing or that I'm building will suffer. Because why? You're not prioritizing your health. Because what is success without health? To enjoy it. Let me tell you, you are called a successful person when you are healthy. Your success starts from your health. So if you are not healthy, it means you do not have success. And also, who is better, a healthy person or a successful person? I want to tell somebody that the information that I give here or that I share is for educational and motivation purposes. So if you are going through something, if you are struggling with something, try and seek professional help. So I want you to know that what I then did is I started with small steps that gave me the courage to then achieve my goals. What were the small steps? Step number one was for me to agree that I really need help with myself. Secondly, I told myself I am the person to give myself that help. Thirdly, I said I shall do it in my best way without being pushed by anyone. And fourthly, I said, whatever that I'm doing, I'm not punishing myself, but I'm doing it willingly. And last but not least, I was happy to do it. So it's very important. These 5 points, they are very important. I want you to listen to me until to the end. So when I was starting, I then said, I'm not a good jogger, I'm not a good runner, but how best should I start? I think I want to start with something that is comfortable, that I don't stress, that I feel good to do. So whenever you're starting anything, let it be that you're not starting with something that is an uphill task. As long as that thing is an uphill task, it is going to, um, like give you the negative energy that you don't need, because it will be an uphill task. So, in other words, it will be giving you pain and misery and all that. I said I'll start by walking. Then I said I shall be walking on a daily basis, and I shall make sure that my 35 minutes, 30 to 35 or 45, I've walked. And then later on, after a week, I extend it into 45 minutes. And then after the next week, I also extended into an hour. It became fun. I was now enjoying it. I was now happy to do it. And then I said, fine, walking is now with me. What is the next thing that I should do? Let me revisit my diet, right? Let me revisit my diet. And then I revisited my diet and I said to myself, I need to trim all the things that are not going to give me good energy. Anything that is going to add any kilo to me, I must remove it. So I sat down and then I started looking into my diet, what I used to take in the morning, what I used to take in the mid morning and afternoon and evening. I even asked myself that, do I really have to eat all the meals? And I came up with a very good answer to say, no, it's not all the meals, but I need also to eat certain foods that are called slow releasing energy foods. So with those foods, if you take them, what it means is you're not going to be hungry faster. And I also researched and said to myself, in terms of fluids, which fluids should I take? And I was also looking for fluids that will ensure that they will, lower my appetite of food. And I found out that green tea worked very good for that purpose. So therefore, I started taking so much of green tea. So this green tea would be cold or this green tea would be hot. But otherwise, I started taking all that. And then I say to myself also, I need to be happy in my mind. Whatever that I'm doing, I don't feel sad and oh, I must just know that I'm going through something and that something I will achieve it. So you'd find that when you're doing that, you need to exercise the 3 Ds. All right, the 3 Ds. These are key and these are important and these are what you need. So the first D is discipline. You gotta be a person that is disciplined. So therefore, when you are disciplined, you are bound to do what you aim to do, and you are bound to achieve your goals. So discipline was of paramount importance to me. And then after that, I was also exercising the other D, which is dedication. So when you are dedicated, there is no way you can stop what you started. So, in other words, you continue to do because you are chasing dedication. But above all, you want to have what we call a direction. So, my life needed a direction. So, the last D is direction. So, you'd find that when you are disciplined, you are that person who says, I shall continue to do it, and therefore it births dedication, and that dedication paves way for direction. And my direction was set. I am happy and I'm excited, and I know you can be too. It is possible. I want you to know, for this segment, I'll tell you that it is possible. You can do it. Nelson Mandela said, it looks impossible until it's done. So I want you to know that it can be done, it can be realized, and it's very possible. But it starts with you. What do you need to have to ensure that the possibility comes to light? You need to exercise the 2 things. These are Z, which is the zeal. You need to carry the zeal with you. And then W, which is the willingness. So the zeal and the willingness is going to ensure that your 3 Ds are established. All right, your 3 Ds will come right because you are carrying the zeal, the zeal to do it. You are carrying the willingness. You are willing to do it. So when you are willing, you're not pushed by anyone, but you are doing it from the bottom of your heart. I want you to know that let's walk this journey together. I've got exciting news to tell you in the next podcast. Those news, I'm going to tell you that, did you know that after doing all that, I had to pen a book? With that book, I've since sold 6,000 copies. And I know you're out there, you'd love to buy that book and it will help you. So you'd find that it's a testimonial of life changing that I went through. You can also start yours. So that book, I called it My Journey to Weight Loss and Wellness. So it became my journey because I did it. You can also start your own journey. I want you to do that, and I'm encouraging you. So today I was just whetting your appetite by letting you know that it is possible. You can do it. Nothing can stop you. When people say that sky is the limit, sky is actually the beginning. So hear it from me. Let's do it together. Let's work together. If it worked for me, it can also work for you. I love you guys. Take care, and I'll meet you in the next podcast where I shall be talking about the book and how the book came into play, and also what prompted me to then write that book. What is it that happened that prompted me to then pen a book down so that another person can read? And this book is also found on Amazon. If you say My Journey to Weight Loss by Dr. Benny, it's on Amazon. So I just want to show you the picture of it so that when you go to Amazon, you're not lost. Which book are you looking for? So you can start to read it so that next week, when I start to talk about certain elements and areas and chapters in this book, we'll be moving together. Take care, guys. I love you. Be strong. Be good. Let's start this journey. Be ready to start your journey. Goodbye.